Hey, what's going on, guys? Journeyman here, and of course, I got a little notification, little bell pop up on my Twitter account and obviously on my YouTube account saying that there was a big video come out today, and of course that was the Football Manager 2018 feature teaser or trailer. And as you can see from the screen in front of you, this is the opening intro of it. So this is going to be a reaction video, which basically means I'm going to talk through every little thing as I possibly can. I'm going to try not to stop the video too much, but I will try and discuss it as soon as I hear something, spare my ideas about it, and then take it from there pretty much. But anyway, without further ado, let's get to the teaser at hand.
Speculation is mounting around the imminent launch of the computer game Football Manager 2018. Each new release of the popular football management simulation enjoys huge sales.
Very true. Yep. We are super loyal.
With a little over 6 weeks to go before the release of Sports Interactive's Football Manager 2018, the rumour mill in the FM community across the internet is reaching its annual fever pitch.
It's true.
Sports Interactive sister studio Creative Assembly.
That's Jack from Work the Space. He's kind of a stalwart in the FM community. I'm looking behind you here. If you take a look at that, I wonder if we'll see that. If we see that, that is an unbelievable graphical update.
With the match engine, it's such an important element of Football Manager, and in Football Manager 2018, I'm hearing big overhauls will be to the AI, new tactical options for managers to use.
Okay, I like that.
Well, with the match engine itself, I've heard of a new graphics engine in.
A new graphics engine. That's something I did hear from a couple other sources. The new graphics engine is supposed to be very, I wouldn't say powerful, but it's definitely more fluid. We'll have to see what that exactly means in the upcoming weeks, but I did hear the new graphical engine update, and if that is the case, then we could have a very different looking game on our hands.
The works, maybe this is the year. New motion capture animation perhaps making its way in as well, and on top of that, I know for a fact the Creative Assembly artists have been working on some other unannounced changes that we hopefully will see in the not so distant future.
Curtis Morton, better known as the Gamercan, is a popular football YouTuber.
I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but I've spent quite a bit of time at SI headquarters the last couple of weeks, and I keep hearing the word dynamics. Now, I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I get the...
No, that's enough. Sorry, stop video again. Dynamics. I wonder if it's going to be very similar to... I don't think it's going to be very similar to FIFA Dynamics. No, how the players... kind of ratings go up and down, fluidity with form. That's potentially what might happen. You know, you can get a temporary boost in the players if they're playing really well at that time period. So it's not just reliant on their base stats, but it's also reliant on their form as well. That might be the case. I know there's a few images leaked out there that I'm going to take a look at that explain it a little bit better. But I know this is something that I'm pretty excited about. We'll have to see what happens with that.
I understand that data analysts are now central to this, which is great, because they brought them in last year and they didn't really do anything.
That's true. The data analysts are pretty much useless. At least, I mean, from my perspective, you probably could get a little bit of something if you really study what they had to say. But honestly, I never did. So yeah, I mean, scouting. That's a big one. That's one I really wanted to see improvement on too, because scouting was very mundane. You set it up, you leave it alone, you come back to it every once in a while if you wanted a change. But pretty much, I mean, by the end of FM17, I've just been using my director of football to set up everything. And honestly, I mean, it's good to see that scouting's getting a revamp, because it was an area that needed a lot of love.
I'm also looking forward to how SI handle the insane rise in transfer fees that we've seen over this ridiculous transfer window.
Is there anything else your sources are telling you?
Well, my subscribers ask me for help with the game all the time, so I'd like to see more things to actually help people, like better analysis, more feedback from your background, and all that thing. Again,
Yep, agreed.
What did scientists do last year? Oh, and before I forget, when I was at SI the other day, I bumped into a guy that said, "You're a streamer, aren't you?" And he said to me that this year's fantasy draft is absolutely fantastic for streamers. So hopefully, there's some big improvements there.
Those are
Good stuff.
just a few of the swirling around the release of Football Manager 2018. This is Mike Duff, Global 24/7 in London.
Well, Mike joins us now live from Football Manager HQ. Mike, Has there been any official confirmation from Sports Interactive about these rumours?
Not yet, Anita. The one buzzword that keeps coming up is dynamics. Nobody's entirely sure what it means or indeed how big an addition it's going to be, but one or two recent leak reports have suggested it's going to be the most significant innovation. But the rumours and counter-rumours keep on coming, and actually I can see Miles Jacobson, the Football Manager gaffer, arriving now. Let's see if we can grab a word. Miles, can you confirm any of the new features about Football Manager 2018? We've heard that the scouting system is going to change to better reflect how real clubs recruit players. Is that true?
Well, it is the end of September now, and I did say I'd start talking about features now. So, yes, that one is true.
What about improved designs and match presentation, increased depth to sports science and tactics? Can you confirm those?
You've got good info. Yes, those are true as well. Alongside
All right, good.
Dare I mention dynamics? Is that something that even exists? And if it does, can you give us a bit more info about it?
So Dynamics is one of our big new features for this year. I'm not quite ready to talk about that one yet. We're going to have a series of videos that's going to come out in the next month, which will include the stuff you've already asked about, also sports scientists, New York fantasy draft, AI improvements both on and off the pitch. Some
Okay.
tactics as well.
Good.
But look, mate, I'm really sorry. I've actually got to go and finish the game, so I just want to go and park my car.
Well, there we are.
Good stuff.
It seems to cleared up a lot of the questions surrounding the game's release in November.
Oh, here's a hot. Okay, okay. This is the first bit of live action gameplay. And let's go roll it back a little bit because it caught me off by surprise.
Surrounding the release in November.
All right, take a look at this picture. All right, so obviously this is a work in progress. Obviously a little bit more work to be done, but you can already see there's a lot more polish on this game than there was last year. Obviously, to a player hasn't played FM all that much, it may not look that impressive, but for someone that's actually sit through some of the awful graphical engines that we've had the last couple of years, this actually looks really, really, really smooth. I'm taking a look at the player animation. And they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Again, this is the work in progress. And then there's that screen. What the hell was that screen? Let's go back a little bit. So I can pause at the right time. Alright, this is dynamics. So if you look at this dynamics table, you got obviously me at the top there. It's like a pyramid scheme. You got the team leaders, obviously the locker room guys, the captain, things like that. The highly influential players, and other players. Okay, so this is let's take a look on the right hand side. They got feedback from what looks like the assistant manager. Okay, so well established in the squad. Group for a long time, are going to stand in the culture of the club. One of the team leaders is approaching the peak of his career. We should look to retain him as a leadership skills for years to come. All the team leaders are currently happy. One team is approaching at the end of his career should retire, and we sorely miss leadership, like in a good number of high influential players. Okay, so basically it's talking a little bit about basically how impact they have on the team itself. So looking at, like, I'm guessing you get those good locker room guys, things like that, the players that stick around for a long time. Obviously very important to the structure of the side, how the team kind of gels as a unit. I'm guessing this is something to do with that. That's what it looks like originally. If you look at the dynamic screen at the top, we got overview, hierarchy, social groups, happiness, and team meeting. So there's a lot more emphasis on how you interact with the players one-on-one. That's going to be a big thing this year. And look on the left-hand side, one new thing I see there is the medical center. I wonder if we'll see that in this video. I'm going to skip forward, see if we got another screen, and we do. Okay, so this is more about the social group structure. This is probably like who's friends, who gets on, that kind of stuff. So we have the core social group, which is a group of all players who are generally spirited, who have been in the club similar lengths of time. So players that know each other, get on together. The secondary social group is good. Right, so the group is made up by players who are similar age and are mostly Greek. That's very true. I mean, maybe Kazanis, is he Greek? Halabas? I don't think he was Greek. So Arte, I can't remember if he was Greek or not, but it doesn't really matter. And others, these players don't currently fit into any particular group. They may be because they're new sign, or simply because they aren't gelling with the rest of the squad. This is actually a very important screen. If you look at, you always wonder the impact you have when you sign a ton of new players in the transfer window or over the summer, how they gel, how they get on. If you go on, you sign new players and you see all the bottom screen, that means your team hasn't gelled very well at all, which means you're going to struggle with tactics, you're going to struggle with basically getting the team to play that you want to play. You're just going to struggle anyway. But if this is very good. This is really good screen. This is full of tons and tons of not tons of information, but tons of really good, solid information that you can definitely help you in the long run. This is a great addition. This is a fantastic addition, in fact. All right, and this is a new tactics screen. Okay, so you look at the green boxes. Now that's obviously where the player would like to play within those boxes. I'm gonna guess there's a little bit more movability in the player itself. For instance, like Bartram, for instance, you can move him a little bit more to that top left screen. Not quite an attacking midfielder, but still a little bit more advanced, and vice versa anywhere on the board there too. So I look at the bottom two. You've got recent match analysis, passes per game possession, opposition long range shots, negatives, lost possession, and touches to goal ratio. I'm not seeing anything too new, especially when it comes to player instructions or player roles. Everything looks pretty much the same there. But it'll be interesting to see in the upcoming weeks what we notice about kind of how this new tactics screen works. And there's also a little analysis button up there too that may give us a little bit more insight on how those players play in that role and how the players play with this current tactical scheme. All right, and this is the medical center screen. Okay, this is a new screen as well. This definitely improved how the medical center team looks. So we've got this little body status here. That kind of reminds me a little bit of NBA 2K. So when you went onto the information players, the player tells you what player was struggling and what he's most prone to in certain areas. So if you get a bit older, you get a bit dodgy knees, dodgy back, stuff like that. And this will show you, I think, most likely what areas are most likely highly at risk, and that's going to be important when you're thinking about signing new contracts, stuff like that. If you know it's a player is on the decline, if they're getting knee injuries, or they're most likely to obtain a really high risk injury for long-term out, you may not want to re-sign them. So this is a good, important page that you can definitely get some information on. All right, and this is more about the medical center. Okay, so again, this looks completely different. This is new. Again, a lot of really good information. It's all displayed nicely onto one page, which is what I love. I hate going back in between multiple pages to find out information. And it's also got a little box in the top right. You're not going to see it because my face is in the way. But it says most days missed in the last 12 months. Mara Sorate has missed 156 days in the last 12 months. So, and Molly Wagyu as well, whoever that is. So yeah, that's really cool to actually summarize it like that, so you can really identify who teams and who players in the team that are struggling with injuries and fitness and things like that. So yeah, all good information come out so far. Really good stuff. Oh, whoa! This is going too fast now. Okay, where were we? Okay, there we are. Okay, so this is scouting screen. Let's see, recommendation for the scouting team. Knowledge percentage. Okay, so currently operating at Vanarama National level, potential to be a Sky Bet Championship of the future. What does that 56 mean? What does that 56 mean? Is that overall ability? Are we going to see overall abilities? Current abilities? I hope not, because I feel like that ruined the game a little bit. But I got to know what that. Oh, he watched in 56 minutes. There you go. He watched in 56 minutes at right back. There you go. I feel stupid, but I just read underneath now. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So we got analysis support, keep scouting, discard, acknowledge, shortlist, make offer, and add transfer target. All right. So okay. All right. So not much more to say about that one, really. I mean, again, it's a new scouting screen. Everything looks pretty good. It's a new layout, which is nice. Everything looks pretty well put together. They got scouting budget. Now that's new. It's in the top right on screen. You can't see it because my face is in the way. Didn't think about it when I started this video. But anyway, scouting budget is 47.5k. So it's going to be important for you to budget how much money you sent to the scouting team to find those players. Obviously, you're not going to be able to scout. I mean, it kind of goes in line with because the board said, "Oh, we're not going to fund your scouting to go scout in China or whatever," but they never get a reason behind it. This one, they kind of give you a reason and show you what happens, trying to show you why they can't afford it. So that's actually kind of cool. I like that little attention to detail. This looks like, what's a package? It's a package screen. Okay, so this is actually very similar to how the real clubs do it. They get a scouting package together, and then it tells you roughly how much it costs per month to scout that area. Obviously, it's important when you're trying to look after finances. So Scouting League 1, for instance, costs you 1.8k a month. And Sky Bet League 1, again, youth package, 1.8k a month. So that's good. They sit between the senior packages and the youth packages, because the youth packages apparently costs almost double in some areas of... So basically, to scout European youth players, it costs you twice the amount of money as it does to scout Europe. That's in a senior package. That's actually really interesting. So it's going to be something to keep an eye on in the future, because obviously scouting did need a little bit of love, and you know, that's good to see it has got some. All right, this is the transfer screen. Okay, so looks like this is the transfer center. Everything looks pretty nice, to be honest with you. I like this little box here that's got the end of it. It looks very neat with the box at the bottom here. These players tells you where they play, natural position, stuff like that. Prevent to click on them again or hover over the lot information. Everything's just really neat, to be honest with you. Looks like it's been tidied up a lot. Looks pretty good. Alright, this is, what was that? Let's go back one more screen. Alright, so here we go. So this looks like the draft. I didn't do the draft last year. I don't have many friends. I didn't do the draft. But this year I might do a few. And allegedly the draft was pretty slow. It was awful. So maybe this year they'll learn the lessons a little bit and improve it. And honestly, that looks really nice. Looks really neat, to be honest with you. Shortlist, fine player, current squad. Again, don't know too much about it. Can't talk much about it. But it looks like it looks fun. Looks pretty interesting. This is more of the draft by look of things. Again, very colourful, very nice. And that's pretty much it for the video. That's all the teaser information we have thus far. Obviously, go ahead and subscribe to the official Football Manager 2018 YouTube channel. That will give you updates. And if you want to see the video for yourself, you'll find it there. Obviously, that'll give you updates every so often on when and more information comes out, because as the month progresses, we're about approaching close to about a month away now from the beta to get released. A few weeks away. Obviously, we're all etching with excitement. I'm very excited now. I've seen the match engine update, and I'm excited to see the scouting update. I'm very interested to see a bit more about dynamics, stuff like that. So it's going to be really cool. Super looking forward to it. Obviously, today is the release of FIFA 18, so that's a kind of surprised that he put it out today or the same day as FIFA 18. It might get overlooked a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. So anyway, obviously, I'm going to be doing a ton of more information about FM 18 coming over the next couple of weeks. As soon as we get more information, I'll be talking about it a little bit, just like this. I hope you guys have enjoyed this kind of format. It's my first ever reaction trailer or reaction video. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, remember to like the button on the bottom of the screen. Remember to subscribe, turn those notifications on. Thank you guys so much for watching. And the giveaway for the Football Manager 2018, I'm going to do that in the very near future. Just be aware when that comes out. And I'll see you guys in the next part. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.